Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. It's our Monday night opener for the season. Both teams are set up, and off we go. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. McCarthy throwing right away. Gets him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Well, not what you like to see. Still just in the opening quarter of the season. And they have an injured player out there. Let's hope it's nothing major as he gets looked at. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
The number's pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. A lot of space ahead. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
It's Jones on the toss. Quite the turnaround these last two plays, huh? Nice gain on one, and now they get him behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there. Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Throw is caught. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Chased out to his right. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. It's 2nd and goal. So his first blemish, Brock, after that perfect 4-for-4 start. So wouldn't expect one incompletion, though, to stop him from leaning on him this opening drive.
No, I don't think so. And I think more than anything, you see the defense kind of... the ball can hit the ground on this side. Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, but even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds, or he could get the first down.
Just need 3 now to find the end zone on this first possession. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's go now.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Caught out wide. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short?
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Vikings finish up an excellent opening series. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point.
Lining up for the extra point.
Drifted near that upright, but he gets it to go. And the Vikings take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. What is that? Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he gets absolutely poked to end that one. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
What is that?
Here's Swift on 2nd down. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ball game.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
What is that?
Williams to throw on 3rd. Hits his running back. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
What is that?
1st down, here's Swift. Oh, he lost the football. This is scooped up by the Vikings. Nothing doing on the return, but the damage already done, partner. They take it away on the fumble.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Pressure coming, and they take him down. Offense up to the line fast.
6 yards. It's 2nd down.
McCarthy throwing here. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Finds him over the middle. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. Couldn't get the screen set up properly. Brock pass incomplete. And they're going to hope for better results now on 2nd down.
It's a quarterback you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game.
There are a couple different ways now. You can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body to try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10.
Ready to run.
Williams off the play fake. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Williams throwing again here on 2nd down. Buys time, rolling right. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Ready to run.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. This is complete to Duvernay. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. They get 22 out of that play. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Blue. Park Spurs.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Now the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Now Williams. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Vikings will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is clean, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And now they face 2nd down.
Let's go.
Here's McCarthy to throw. Completed to his running back. This gets forward a little, not a ton, to the 35. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Air it out on 3rd. To the right, hauled in by Jefferson. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the 1st. Great tackle there to bring up 4th down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
See Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on 4th. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their 1st. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
Okay, ready?
On their own side, but only need an inch or 2 here, so they're going for it.
Here we go.
Here's Jones. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That was a big 3-yard gain because of instead of a turnover on downs, partner, it gets him the 1st.
1st down. A gain of 3 on the play. 1st down, Minnesota.
Staying on the ground here with Jones. Free inside the 30. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a 20-zip lead. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. One after try good by Reichert. And the Vikings push their lead to 21-zip already.
Bears nothing. Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. He got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. He'll make his way through for a pickup of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Its metal brain corrodes. You try to take us, boss.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Working from the gun, Williams. Connecting with his back here, Swift. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So we're down to 3 quarters remaining in our opening weekend of football. The Vikings have played to an early lead. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Bears football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Williams on the play action. Buying some time right. Pass caught by Smythe. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Let's take it in by Roma Dunze. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago.
Bears, 1st down.
What is up?
1st and 10 at the 30.
Running with Swift out of the gun. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. His progress is soft, but a nice 5-yard gain before it was.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And Williams is going to get them the 1st down with a slide at the end of it.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
What is it on? Push.
From the red zone now. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Throwing again on 2nd, Williams. To the left and hauled in by Odunze. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And he'll score a touchdown, Chicago. The Bears start to fight back for their 1st points of this game. Caleb Williams, the touchdown.
We know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with their brains, their processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some can do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down. You just put on a show.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10.
Ready? 72, look. Let's go.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Buying some time left. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But Kate, the good news, you've got 2 more downs to try to find the first.
Downfield, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. And you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They give to Jones, right side. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings make it a 3-possession game. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Record there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings stretch their lead to 21. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10.
Ready, set up.
This drive's going to begin with a run by Swift. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
He's going deep. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Ready, set.
Williams to throw here. 3rd and 1. Pass brought in by Burton. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First down.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
48-yard line.
Ready, set up.
Williams from the gun. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
Bears. First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They're on the counter with Swift. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That's complete. Cole Kmet. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be 1st down Chicago.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now here's Williams. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Watch out, watch out.
2nd and 10 now. Williams. Looking the sideline. That's Odunze. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. All right, 2 yards to go here on 3rd down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive.
Vegas, Vegas.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And in for the Chicago touchdown. The Bears chop some of the lead off before the half. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage.
And the kick is no good. The snap was off the mark, and that leads to a miss hit on the point after. So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked by T.J. Edwards. And the Bears take over inside the 35 after the interception and a spirited return.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. To throw, Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
Ready, set.
Williams throwing again here on 2nd down. Drops it underneath, Swift. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Now an inside handoff to Swift. Running in the red zone. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
When you call that 1st down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Williams to throw on 1st. On the move, hit it right. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Williams will look to throw. He set up the screen here to Swift. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd down. Here's Williams. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Vikings make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. 1st and 10. It's McCarthy. Has it downfield, working the left. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Looking to throw. Jefferson brings it in on the slant. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Time timeout is called. Just 4 seconds, and we would assume, Brock, 1 play remaining in this half. One last play before the break. The final throw before the break. This is a heater going deep. He's got it inside the 10. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Swift. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11.
What is it on?
Working from the gun, Williams. Hits his running back. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on.
What is it on?
They're going to run here. Kyle Manunga. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
That counter could never get started. Good chance someone on that line telegraphed that play because the defense was all over it. Fortunate just to make it back to the line of scrimmage.
What is it?
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. New set of downs for him from the 31.
What is it?
They'll run it with Manunga. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
What is it?
Williams set to pass. Jump off caught by his back. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it. 3rd down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Flushed out of the pocket. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual-threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Akers. Score. Touchdown, Chicago. into the lead coming out of halftime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears getting back to within one score. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Off play action. It's McCarthy. He rolls to his right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he has this down to the 14-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
1st and 10. Here's Jones. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and keeps that defense honest.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Jones once more. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line of game.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a point.
Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings lead by 14. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. His 3rd total score this game. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10. To the ground. It's Manungai. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Here's Williams. Forced out to his right. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Fielded at the 11. Fights his way through a tackle. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20.
The Vikings take over first and 10. At their own
Minnesota
19-yard
into
line.
formation. It's first and 10.
Let's go.
Play action, McCarthy. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Vikings.
McCarthy throwing here. Escapes out to the left. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be second down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Second down carry for Jones. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Stopped by Grady Jarrett.
Grady Jarrett comes in. That's a gain of 3. It's third and 7.
Bears in the nickel, third down.
Check. Go.
Throw here, third down. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Kevin Byard comes up with it. And the Bears regain possession as he makes the 30th interception of his career.
Intercepted. The Bears take over first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First down from the 42.
Ready, set.
They go with Manungai here. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Big strike here to Moore. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. He picks up 28 on the play. And that'll be first down, Chicago.
10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone on first. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 7-yard line.
Volunteer. Yes, yes, yes.
Williams from the gun. And this is going to fall incomplete. Well, they made a call for the end zone there, but nobody picked up on the other end. Now it's third down.
Coverage defensively by
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you've got a great chance to win. The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable in an incomplete.
Williams throwing on fourth. Chased out to his right. That'll be the first and more. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1. Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard
Ready, set.
line.
Manungai finds the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears parlay the interception into points. Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bears get it back to within one score. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
On the return, the Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter.
Set. Cougar 19.
On play action now, McCarthy. Headed out right. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that gain. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's Vikings ball, working to carry this lead through to the end. Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45.
Here we go.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Taken in by Addison, left side. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. One after try good by Riker. And the Vikings lead by 15 now.
27.
Here's Riker set to kick this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. One play action. Williams. Go left side finds Burden. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Williams on 1st down. Oh no, they get him yet again! Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Vikings put together a wonderful return. Gets him back inside the 40 following the interception.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Ball stays at that 37 here, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Dumps this one off. It's Jones. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. A gain of 26 yards there. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Addison going to motion over left. 1st and 10. It's McCarthy. He's got him. That's Addison. That screen sniffed out quickly. Shut down behind the line.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Back to the air, McCarthy. Ball in left side. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st. Bears bringing out an extra DB here, 3rd down. Again, McCarthy to throw. Hawkins isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense in a hurry up here. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on down.
Certainly looking for that nail in the coffin, the knockout punch, a touchdown, and 3-possession lead that could put this one out of reach. It's a luxury they could afford to take in that spot. Built himself up a little buffer here, Kate, but it's never over till it's over.
Williams to throw on 1st. Buys this time, rolling right. And Williams is going to get them the first down with a slide at the end of it.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
All set to go now from the 35. First down throw by Williams. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
When Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, you can find a completion just like that.
Trying to find his tight end, and that leaves him with 3rd and short.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Pass didn't work on 2nd. Let's see how that affects this 3rd down. Working from the gun, Williams. Throw caught by his running back. And this one had no chance. Hit well behind that line. That brings up 4th down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. He connects downfield. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe. It's an 8-yard gain, and a great call there on 4th down. Keeps this drive moving. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Williams on the play action. Taking a deep shot here. Oh, brother. It's another interception. Harrison Smith with the INT. And the Vikings will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, we're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it. That's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
Here we go.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Finds the in route complete. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. We keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Back to 60. Back to 60.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. He's got it at the 5. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. We're in double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
So they fire for the end zone on 1st down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on 2nd and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week. Continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
Off play action. It's McCarthy. Getting out to his left. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Vikings looking like they'll start this season with a win. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Set.
3rd and long for him here. Escapes the pocket. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and goal. Will Reichert now to try the Vikings field goal. A 27-yard look here. Reichert connects there. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
We've got ourselves a 3-score game now after that, Nick. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Burden now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
What is up? Watch first! Watch first!
Back to work after throwing the pick. He's on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
First and 10 at the 44.
First down, Williams. He finds a doozy downfield. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone block. He's down to that 17-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
28 more yards. That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10.
Yes, yes! You got Hornets! Hornets!
Again, it's Williams. And the defender comes away with it. Byron Murphy picks it. And the Vikings will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You knew before this drive started the field goal was not going to be good enough, but that meant the coverage also knew how to play it, how to concentrate, how to focus, and those defenders, they influenced that throw, and even more so, took it away.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. They get 23 on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
46-yard line.
They're going to pass it here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second and 10, McCarthy. He's going deep this time. He's got it inside the 10. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you've got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Burden now to return it. And this manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. Williams on first down. Connects on the crosser. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Running clock adding a sense of urgency to these proceedings.
Vegas, Vegas! Volunteer!
First and 10.
First down, Williams to throw. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. One final shot here. Vikings get there. They're going to win this round. So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And this isn't just anyone in their starting